Donated this dormitory to my grandfather so he could start opening the school, because he wanted to open a school in order to teach to the orphans of Second World War the practical trade. That's why Scuola Del Cuoio was founded, and that's why we are inside of the church, because everything was open and was founded as a collaboration between the Franciscan friars. I can show you all the different skins so you can touch them, you can have a better idea of the feeling of these. Obviously, we also use calf skin and lamb skin. They are, you know, more standard kind of leather, so they are plain or can be textured or woven, obviously. And then we also use exotic leather. Each style is made in different kind of skin, also to give more prices range, you know, because the same bag in calf skin can be 600 euros, and then the same bag in alligator is 10,000 euros. So obviously it depends on the kind of leather. But I like to show you so you can feel them and touch them. Anyway, all these bags are made here. So now you cannot see the artisans working because they work from Monday to Friday. Next time you will be in Florence, you will see them. Anyway, everything that you see, it's made on these desks. They are the original ones of the 50s. We like a lot our tradition, as you can probably understood. This is epi calfskin. Yes, epi is just the name. Then it's calf leather. In Italian, it's also called mille righe. Mille righe means 1,000 lines, because you can see there are different small lines. So it's called 1,000 lines. Formal name is epi. So this is all plain calfskin or quilted lambskin. This technique is called quilted lamb, exactly, or plain calfskin. So the same kind of leather of this one, but plain, exactly. Because this one is pressed, it's stamped,
but still lambskin.
Still calfskin.
Calfskin. And this one's calfskin.
Exactly. This is normal calfskin, which is plain, and this is stamped. And then this one right here, it's woven lambskin. Because lamb, as I'll show you, it's really, really soft, so it can be weaved also, and it's all woven by hand. The nice skins that we use for jackets, wallets, and all the others, your small leather goods, are lambskin, like this one, and it's really, really soft. These are all skin we use to show, so there are some defects. We have an artisan that selects the leather for us, so she is in charge of the skin. I personally choose what I like best, but then she checks what I like, and she check all the technical parts. Skin always have scratches because, you know, animals fight. So sometimes they have scratches or scars. Sometimes also on the products there are defects of the leather. But we always have a person that check all the skin.
This one is the...
This is ostrich, yes. But they're different because this one, it's not ostrich. It's a piece of calfskin that we asked the tannery to make like ostrich, to let understand the difference between real ostrich and fake ostrich. Because there are a lot of places now that made leather products in Florence, because it also became a tourist thing, unfortunately, in Florence. And we're one of the last workshops where you can actually see the artisans working, so you are sure that the products are made here. So there are a lot of products downtown that are sold as ostrich, but they are not. So we always want to show the difference between fake.
So this one is not the real ostrich.
Exactly. This one is textured from the back. So these dots are much softer because this is just a design that is being pressed on the leather. This is the natural texture. These dots are the feathers of the leather that have been took off. This is real ostrich.
Smells nice though, this one.
Yeah, because, well, this is seal leather. It's just calfskin texture to look like ostrich, but real ostrich is a totally different thing.
This one hasn't got smell, this one is.
Yeah. It also, you know, the smell also depends on the color. Because anyway, it's the smell that you smell of the leather, it's the combination between the leather and the color once that it's been washed and has been tanned. So once that the leather has been treated and has been colored, it has that typical smell that is known as the leather smell, obviously, because this reaction between the two. So sometimes the smell can also change according to the color, black or green or red or calfskin and ostrich. Even though they are same color, they, you know, the combination changes because the leather is different. So this is exactly the same shade of green that it's been sprayed on the leather, but calfskin and ostrich, final reaction, the final result is different, because even if the shade actually is the same, finally it's not the same because calfskin looks different than ostrich. Sometimes you can find it as print ostrich, which is fine, because if somebody wants to buy an ostrich bag and they cannot afford, they buy a printed ostrich, it's fine. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but maybe somebody else would do that. So it depends on the person.
Because there are products in the market that says crocodile print, so meaning it's not a proper.
Yes, it's on the print.
It's fine to sell it. I mean, but you have to say that it's print, because the price is totally different. Ostrich, I mean, calfskin is around 10 euro, more or less, between 10 and 15 euro per square foot, while ostrich is 30-40 euro per square foot. So the price is twice. So obviously sell a fake ostrich bag for the same price of real ostrich, it would not be exactly, it's totally unfair. So that's why we always want to show the difference, because this way maybe finally you can understand a little bit the difference, you know, between the two. Also, this is not alligator. This one, it's even easier to recognize that it's not, because the design of the alligator is obviously one, according to the belly or the hornback, and it's this one. So the scales are bigger in the middle and then smaller at the side. Even when the alligator is huge, the scales are always bigger in the middle and the smaller at the sides. They are never repeated. You see here, it's like the same all
pattern
around. This is calfskin texture, while this one is real alligator. And you can feel also from the scale that it has a different texture. Exactly.
Can you see the real
here? Exactly. Legs,
the shape of it. Look.
right here, it's the neck.
Yeah, and that's the tail.
Belly, exactly, the tail.
The tail going here.
And then the hornback, it's the same, but with the horns that you see before. You know, this is also the reason why the tanneries are not in Florence anymore, because Florence used to host a lot of tanneries and leather was dyed here in Florence. But then the smell was that bad and the rest of the skin were all around the city, that since Florence is a city of art, they couldn't permit the city to be, you know, dirty and stinky. This one is python. Also, this one is small. Usually the python we use are this big, which is anyway not that big, because as you can see, other kind of leather are huge. That's why we usually use it for, you know.
And it's the most expensive leather.
Alligator.
Alligator.
The price is between 30 and 50 euro per square centimeter.
Whereas the calfskin square foot.
So it's much more expensive. A foot is 30 centimeters and 1 centimeter is 1 centimeter. So I mean, it's a lot. We always try to, you know, to give more information during these tours, because this way.
It's a shame that the artisans.
I know, I'm so sorry.
Oh, this one's really good already, saying this nice leather.
But you'll be more amazed to see how they work.
And here you can see all the tools that they use, because as I told you, everything is made by hand. So the leather is cut downstairs in the stock of the leather, where there are different kind of skins to cut according to the patterns that you see. These patterns are the cardboard patterns that we use to cut the leather. So we put them on the leather and then we start to cut everything by hand. Because according to the shape of the bag, to the style of the bag that we want to make, we have to cut different pieces, and then all these pieces of leather will be put together, will be assembled to make the final bag. These are the tools that we use with the gilding. And right here we also have different tools, our symbol, the church, our logo. Marcello, it's my grandfather. he found the school, and when he passed away in 2003, the school started to be run by his three daughters. Francesca, she designed a special collection of bags that are all one of a kind. So she never repeat the same exactly bag. The bag that Bella liked, the one that it was patchwork, that one is one of her design, and she always made different because she never repeat the same exactly style. And so she always put her signature inside, always with gold. So with all these tools, the artisan can also personalize the products. The first time we used this technique was to decorate the desk set that my grandfather made for President Eisenhower of the United States, because presidential families came here during the years, and Eisenhower was the first one who ordered a desk set, because at the beginning we used to sell to the US Army in Naples and Livorno. So we started to be always more known this way, and then the requests started to be a lot, and that's why finally we opened the shop. But at first we just sold to the army. And so my grandfather met General Eisenhower, who became president, and ordered a desk set. So from that moment, a lot of families from the United States came, but then also from England, Lady Diana came. Actually, she came on a Sunday that we were closed.
Oh, really?
And the Franciscan friars called my grandfather and they told him, well, there is Lady Diana that wants to come inside. So everybody started to run and open the shop, obviously. There is also a picture in the first room. Yeah, there are a lot of obviously people came during the year, and then we started to be always more known. Now it's 71 years that we are here. Let me show you.